Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Georg Mack Plays the Classics. An alien menace is invading Earth, and only you can save the day in Alien Storm. Only the alien busters have the weaponry and the gumption to take on the extraterrestrial hordes. Your ammo isn't unlimited, though, so be smart with your attacks. Do you have what it takes to get through 8 missions of aliens shooting, tackling, and smashing action? You begin by choosing one of 3 characters. Gordon has a thunder bazooka that attacks with electricity. Carla has a fire blaster that burns foes in her way. Slammer the robot has an electric whip that gives really good range. I'm going to call this an alien version of Golden Axe. It plays slightly differently, but many of the animations seem lifted, especially walking toward the top of the screen. You walk around fighting enemies and trying not to die. Your attacks use your limited energy gauge, but you have a lot of energy, so you might feel pretty comfortable using it. That is until you press button A and use your special attack, blasting everything on screen at the cost of a buttload of energy. Slammer, for example, self-destructs, making this a viable technique when you're about dead. Attacking leaves you vulnerable to an enemy that sneaks around behind you. I found that using the leap attack by pressing button C and then B was a way to do a bit of damage and conserve energy. It took a lot longer to kill something, it was much more boring, but it was a tactic. There's also a running jump attack where you fly over your enemy while shooting down, but this is difficult to connect with. Your goal is to keep enemies away from you while you take out others. If you can double up, you'll be happy to kill 2 aliens with 1 stone. At the end of the beat-em-up levels is a shooting gallery where you destroy the interior of a building while shooting at aliens. Here you can find energy batteries and the occasional med kit to replenish life. As long as you take out enemies before they get a chance to attack here, you'll be happy. There are a couple levels that are glorified shoot-em-ups. You run along shooting aliens as they come on screen to the right. There are only a couple of bosses to deal with, but they are definitely gatekeepers to getting farther along. When you make it to the alien's ship, you have to go through a maze to find the final shooting gallery boss. After you get tired of the story mode, you can take part in the duel. Again, this is what you'd expect from Golden Axe. You take on a series of matches against enemies, but with a limited energy level. I ran out of energy each time I tried, meaning you have to play it lame in order to win. No thanks. When it comes to grading Alien Storm on Sega Genesis, graphics get a 2.5. The enemies can look pretty gruesome, but the backgrounds look pretty pixelated in composition. The sound gets a 2.5. Music is pretty decent, but the sound effects don't sound particularly pleasant. Gameplay gets 2.5. You've got some moves, but not enough viable ones to make your life any easier. Difficulty gets a 2.5. Unless you're playing cheaply with running tackles, I didn't have enough life or energy to get through the game when the credits allowed. Fun factor gets a 2.5. There really aren't that many enemy types to keep things fresh, and that's pretty disappointing. Overall, Alien Storm earns a 2.5 and gets a B-. This is not Golden Axe. It certainly isn't a bad game, but it has a lot of room where it could have been better. If you need an early beat-em-up, give this one a shot. Well, that's going to do it for me for today. Please make sure to like this video. Let me know what you think of Alien Storm in the comments, and please subscribe to Headshot Productions here on YouTube, because we want you here for each and every video we release, because it is your destiny.